Hey, y'all, today's going to be a fun day for me because I love, first let me tell y'all, I don't have a squirrel in my pocket. When I look down at that, Eddie, it reminds me of Earl D. Squirrel because I would put him in my pocket. Excuse me, I put him in my pocket and he was so cute. But anyway, this is to help muffle sounds besides my voice, like the oven. It muffles the oven sound, right, Eddie?
Yeah, hopefully.
So we'll see. Y'all can let us know. But anyway, I so always love meeting my friends at my book signing. And I met this young man. I'm talking about Justin Prather, Prather, young man. He came to the book signing and he said, I want you to have one of my grandma's pie pans. And look, I wrote on the back, Jaden's great-grandmother, to trigger my memory. It says, Harry's Farmer's Market. So I told Justin, I said, it doesn't look like it's real old, maybe from the 80s, but he said he remembered seeing it for so long at his great-grandmother's house. And the recipe that I'm going to use in Justin's great-grandmother's pan is from another person. And this is from Casey Markle. And it said, thank you so much for responding to my letter I sent sometimes back. It was so special. And I have your autograph proudly displayed in my living room. Thank you, Casey. I am currently recovering from tonsil surgery, so watching your videos has been a great distraction and to keep my spirits up. He says, I can't wait to eat some of the food when he can eat solid food again. But anyway, last week, he goes on to say, for Labor Day, my aunt made my favorite pie. It's Shoo Fly Pie, which is Pennsylvania Dutch. Gooey like pecan pie on the bottom and a delicious cake like on the top. And I feel like you would love this recipe. Now, I am using a refrigerated pie dough because this recipe really isn't about the crust. It's about what's in that crust. So, I'm going to get this pie crust in this pan, and then we're going to get going with the innards. When you are putting your crust in your pie pan, you want the crust to be, bigger than your pan. And then once you get it all in there, you want to fold the excess underneath so you'll have some room to, you'll have enough dough that you can crimp your pie and make it look kind of decent. So there we go. We got that crust done, and now we're going to do the insides, which is supposed to be so good. I've got, and I'm going to have to refer to your recipe, Casey. Let's see. Where is that recipe? Right there. Okay. So mix together 1 cup of flour. I shouldn't have worn black today. And 2/3 of a cup of packed brown sugar. And this is going to kind of act like that crust that we put on our sweet potato casseroles. Because after we get that mixed up real good, we're going to, add 1 tablespoon of shortening. So that's going to cause it to chunk up a little bit. So I'm just going to take my fork and work in that tablespoon of solid shortening. I think that looks pretty good, y'all. Now, Casey tells me All right, now this is baking soda.
That's separate.
That's separate. Oh, okay, that's separate, Casey says. So he tells me to take out, I believe it's 1 cup.
Half a cup.
Let's see. Let me see. Remove a 1/2 cup. Yes. You are correct. A 1/2 cup of this mixture. And naturally, I want to use this type of measuring cup for this because this is made for dry ingredients. Okay. Then what is our next step? It looks like we've got some eggs here, and your aunt recommends that we use a dark, like Karo syrup, correct? So our next step is to the remaining crumb mixture, add 1 cup of dark corn syrup, 1 egg beaten, 3/4 a cup of hot water, and 1 tablespoon of molasses, and mix this together. And that's when we're going to add in the baking soda and let it do its magic. All right. So I'm going to transfer to a little bigger bowl. And I'm going to add our dark corn syrup. Oh, okay, I didn't see them, Eddie. I'm so used to reaching in this drawer for my spatulas. You know, I was way grown. I thought spatula ended in ER. I didn't know spatula ended with an A. I was so smart. So very smart. All right, now here's our 1 egg beaten. So, you know, I've just always pronounced it as a spatula. All right. Now we need, I think, 1 tablespoon of molasses. Uh-oh, I got it. And, oh, molasses is so strong. All right, now I'm going to just spray that so all of our molasses will come out. And see, it just rolls on out of there because I've sprayed it. Which is, to me, that's a good tip anytime you're measuring oil or syrups or honeys. All right, so here's our innards. I'm gonna mix this up real good, and then I'm gonna add our baking soda. And I kind of like the fact that I didn't have to pull out a mixer for this one, Eddie, you know? Okay, in comes our baking soda that's gonna do its magic. And then I'm gonna have to step away because I'm gonna get my hot water from our coffee machine. So I'm gonna have to step away for a minute and go get my hot water. So Casey, already I messed up your recipe because I was supposed to add 3/4 a cup of hot water to the baking soda. So I hope it hadn't messed it up too bad. All right, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out the... You know what, though, Casey? If I messed it up by not following that step perfectly, I'll remake it on another video. How about that? This is real thin. All right, so let me get this right. All right, so we're gonna pour this into the pie crust. Ooh. Ooh. I think I can get it all in there. Yes, we did it. All right, now we're going to sprinkle the remainder of our flour, solid shortening, And what else was it? Brown sugar. Was it brown sugar? I've already forgotten. You can tell I've never made this pie before, y'all. But I always love hearing from y'all and seeing in your area of the country, you know, what y'all are doing. This looks pretty good, doesn't it, Eddie?
It is. I've had it.
Oh, you have? Yeah, well, I guess so,
Going
Ben.
to Lancaster
Uh-huh.
and coming home with boxes like you have your gear remixes.
Yeah. Oh,
Boxes
Shoo
of
Fly Pie mix. Oh, I love it. It's really a loosey-goosey pie. So I'm putting it in a preheated 375-degree oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. So I can't hardly wait to see what we've got. If I can make it without sloshing the innards out. All right, our Shoo Fly Pie. Now, the directions said to bake it for 35 to 45. What did it say, Teresa?
35 to 40. No, 30 to 40.
30 to 40. So we cooked it for 40 minutes. And, you know, Casey said it was like a pecan pie on the bottom, a cake-like pecan pie, and the top has a crust on it. So if it's like a pecan pie, we're going to have to let this bad boy cool, right?
Yes.
Right, kiddies?
Or we'll be having a burnt up mouth.
Yes, and it'll run everywhere. Okay, friends, my friend Justin and Casey, two guys, brought this recipe together to meet. So Justin sent the pan along with a pecan pie recipe, which I want to go over and look at every bit of it because I know it's good. And but Casey sent us the Shoo Fly Pie recipe. So I hope I have done y'all justice. Hope I didn't mess it up because I was supposed to mix the soda with the hot water. Okay, come on, pie. You know, I can't cut the
Try.
the pan like I can if it was, oh gosh, it smells so good, Eddie.
It looks right.
Look at that. Well, he said it's supposed to look like a pecan pie on the bottom and cake-like on the top. Sure, I'm glad it's winter and ain't no flies chasing my pie. But you know what? I would fight a fly for this. It's delicious. And it's just like you described it, with a pecan pie bottom. It's so good. It's really so good. I thank both of you boys for bringing these two things together. And I always appreciate your love and support. And as long as I'm standing, I'm going to be around sending y'all a lot of love and best dishes. Hey, y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.